There is a room underneath the stadium. Nobody talks about it. Inside that room, 3 to 5 people are watching every single moment of the match on 16 different camera feeds simultaneously. They're not commentators. They're not analysts. They're the ones who actually decide this is how VAR works, not the version you think you know, the real version. VAR stands for Video Assistant Referee. Most people know that. What most people do not know is what happens between the moment a decision is made on the pitch and the moment the referee either changes it or does not. That gap, sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes 3 minutes, is the part nobody explains. We're going to explain it. There are 4 people in the VR team. The VAR, 1 person, the lead. The AVAR, the assistant VAR. A replay operator, sometimes a second replay operator. The VR is a qualified referee, not a former player, not an analyst. A referee with the same license as the man on the pitch. This matters, because the VAR is not watching the game. The VAR is reviewing decisions. The replay operator controls the footage, every camera angle, every frame, every speed. When something happens on the pitch, the replay operator pulls the relevant footage instantly. The VR watches it. The AVAR watches different angles simultaneously. They talk to each other through headsets. The referee on the pitch has a headset too. The 4th official has one. Everyone is connected. Nobody is silent. Here's what most people get wrong. VAR does not watch everything and stop the game whenever something looks wrong. That is not how it works. VAR operates on a check and review system. There are only 4 categories VAR can intervene in: goals, penalty decisions, direct red cards, mistaken identity. That is the entire list. VAR cannot intervene for a foul in midfield, cannot intervene for a throw-in decision, cannot intervene for anything outside those 4 categories, no matter how wrong the call was. So the referee makes a call, or does not make a call. The VAR team immediately begins checking, not reviewing, checking. There is a difference, and it is important. A check is silent. The VAR looks at the footage, decides if there was a clear and obvious error, and if there was not, says nothing. The game continues. The referee never knows the VAR looked. The crowd never knows. The check takes between 5 and 20 seconds. Most checks end here. A review is different. A review happens when the VAR believes there may be a clear and obvious error. The VAR communicates to the referee. The referee is told to pause the game or wait. Then the VAR conducts a full review. This takes longer, sometimes much longer. The VAR is not looking for the best angle. The VAR is looking for enough evidence to overturn a decision made by a trained referee on the pitch in real time. This is the standard. Clear and obvious error. Not maybe wrong. Not probably wrong. Clearly and obviously wrong. This is why some decisions that look wrong on television do not get overturned. The VAR cannot simply prefer a different interpretation. The bar is high deliberately. If the bar were lower, every decision would go to review. The game would stop constantly. The referee on the pitch can also request a review. If the referee is unsure of a decision, they can ask the VAR to check the footage before confirming the call. This is rare, but it happens. Most referees do not want to appear uncertain in front of 60,000 people. Now the pitchside monitor. This is the screen on the side of the pitch that the referee walks to during longer reviews. A common misconception is that the referee always goes to the monitor. They do not. The VAR communicates the finding to the referee through the headset. The referee can accept the recommendation without going to the monitor at all. The monitor is used when the VAR and referee disagree, or when the decision is complex enough that the referee wants to see it personally. The final decision always belongs to the referee. VAR recommends. The referee decides. The offside review is different from everything else. It is not about clear and obvious error. Offside is a factual question. Either the attacker's body part was in an offside position or it was not. So the standard changes. For offside, the VAR checks the footage using calibrated lines drawn against the camera angle. This is why offside reviews take so long. The replay operator has to find the exact frame when the ball left the passer's foot. That frame determines the offside line. A single frame difference can change the decision. The lines are drawn. The check is confirmed. It is meticulous and slow because the margin is sometimes 1 centimeter. Semi-automated offside technology, now being used at the 2026 World Cup, changes this slightly. Cameras track player body positions multiple times per second. The system generates a three-dimensional model of the position automatically. The check is faster. But TSAT